I take people on walking tours where I tell stories of true crime in Tucson, Arizona. So I've read a ton of books about true crime in Tucson, and I'm going to review those stories for you. So let's get into it. Our book is called I, a Squealer, written by Richie Bruns. This book was written in the 1960s when Richie realized that his best friend had become a serial killer. He describes his best friend, Smitty, like this. Teenage throngs mull and crowd about him in public just to be near him, to be a part of him, to drink in the mysterious strength he generated to them, and to revel in that strength of rebellion. Once he had all the things the typical teenager lived for and held dear: money, a new convertible car, clothes, looks, dates at the snap of his fingers, and even a rock and roll band. He then became convinced that Smitty intended to kill an old girlfriend of Richie's, and so he started guarding her, or stalking her. In this chapter, the mafia questions Smitty and they pick up Richie, and it's Charlie Batts Battaglia who is questioning him about two girls who disappeared. It's Joe Bonanno's son, Bill Bonanno, who is questioning him, and his other son, Joe Jr., who picked them up to question Smitty and Richie. And this is how Smitty talked his way out of questioning by the mafia, even though Richie had already helped his friend to bury the two girls who disappeared that the mafia was looking for. No. Oddly enough, because Richie told about the murders, he did not serve any prison time, but here is one of Smitty's girlfriends who did serve prison time for helping to bury a body. This book has so many great twists and turns. It's really interesting. It really paints a picture of what was happening in the 1960s. Richie put it away after he wrote it for many, many years. And it wasn't until he was in his 70s that his daughters were helping him clean out some old boxes and found the manuscript and said, "Dad, why did you never get this published?" And he said he just kind of wanted to put the whole thing behind him. And I'm so glad that they got him to publish the book. It's great. And I give this book an A minus. A, because I love a first person account, a contemporaneous journal that was kept, and it was very interesting to hear his perspective as he's going through everything and finally him freaking out and not being able to keep Smitty's secrets any longer. The minus is because, come on, kids of Tucson, teenagers, they knew what was going on. There were a bunch of them who were either too afraid or too intimidated or too wrapped up in everything that was happening with the teen culture in the 60s to tell. And so he even calls himself a squealer. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. If you find out that your best friend is murdering people and would like you to help bury bodies, I think that you should be considering yourself a hero and not a squealer if you tell somebody about it. All in all, a fascinating read. I, a Squealer by Richie Bruns.